Hello everyone, hi, welcome to Wall Street Mojo. To know more about this video, audit versus assurance, watch the video till the end, and also if you're new to this channel, then you can subscribe us by clicking the bell icon that's given below. Welcome everyone to our session on a difference between what is audit and what is exactly assurance. So whenever, let's say you're working for one of the big firms, you never say, it's either audit or it's assurance. It's auditing and assurance, but there's a difference. Now, what exactly is difference is what we are here to understand. So let's begin with the idea that in audit and assurance, they are the process basically used for evaluation of the financial. I'm talking about audit here. It is used for the evaluation of the financial records of the company. They are hand-in process, and audit and assurance is the process of verifying these records available in the company's accounting record as per the accounting standard and principle. So it also verifies the what we call as the accounting records or as per the accounting standard and principle, and also it verifies that accounting records is accurate or not. Now the audit is basically the process of evaluating the accounting entries. Okay, so these accounting entries have been verified, and whether it is accurate or not. And the audit is the process of evaluating the accounting entries present in the financial statement of the company. So the assurance is basically the process of analyzing and used in the assessment of the accounting entries and the financial records. So assurance is usually followed by the audit. So audit comes first, and then comes the assurance. Once you do the audit, then you can get the assurance. So in this tutorial, we'll look at the top differences between the audit versus assurance. Now, first, before jumping to the difference, let me make you understand in detail what is audit first. See, the audit is basically the process of the accounting entries that is present in the financial statement of the company. So audit checks the accuracy. It checks the accuracy of the financial report, and auditing includes, and it makes sure that it is ethically presentation, it is presented fairly in an accurate manner. It also checks whether the financial reports, it also checks the financial reports are as per the accounting standard and accounting principle. Okay, so these are the two things that are taken into consideration. It also tells you about any sort of misrepresentation done in the financial records, any misuse of the funds, any fraud, any dishonest activities done in the company or done by the company is taken into account. So these audits, they are conducted by the what we call as the internal auditor and also the external auditor, who are basically the independent auditors. Now, when we talk about the internal auditor, it is conducted by the employee of the company and belongs to the audit department of the company. So the internal audit does audit frequently, you can see that, and checks the record of the financial reports, whether these records are as per the accounting standard and accounting principle, and also checks and verify that the accounting record is accurate or not. So the company also hires what we call as the external auditor, so which provides an unbiased reports of the financial statement. And there are many auditing firms available who acts as an external auditor for many firms, and reports are prepared by these firms and they are considered accurate, and data provided are true and fair representation of the company's financial statements or financial status. Well, this was all about audit. Let's understand what exactly is assurance all about. See, assurance is basically the process of analyzing and used in the assessment of the accounting entries and the financial records that goes hand in hand. So assurance is the process of verifying the records available in the company's accounting record and is as per the accounting standard and principle, which is also used to verify that accounting record is, what we are checking is whether the accounting record is accurate or not. Now, assurance is basically the process of operations, procedures, and so on and so forth. So the main aim of the assurance is to check the accuracy of the financial statement. It is used for checking the accuracy of the financial statement, and assurance specializes in assessing and improving the quality of the information in a company. So it helps in decision making in an organization, as it works on the more on the customer feedback. And these financial information and employer feedback are the areas where information is very much required in decision making in an organization. Let's understand this with the help of the infographics. So we start with the definition. See, audit is the process of evaluating what? The accounting entries that is present in the financial statement of the company, and it checks the accuracy. Evaluates what? Accounting entry and checks the accuracy. But here the process is analyzing and used in the assessment of the accounting entries. So it is a process used in the assessment of the accounting entries and the financial records. And these assurance is the process of verifying the records available in the company's accounting record and is as per the accounting standard and principle. So it also verifies the accounting record is accurate or not. This is the preliminary thing. This is post facto. So audit is done first and then the assurance is done. So this is the stepwise process. Here, the audit is done by the internal or probably the external auditor. Assurance is done by the auditing firm in totality. What is the aim? Well, here any sort of misrepresentation, if anything done, they have wrongly represented inventory, prepaid expense, or any other item in the financial statement or the income statement, then such misrepresentation can be figured out, and any misuse of the funds or any fraud or any dishonest activities done by the company can be figured out. When we talk about the assurance specializes in assessing the improving the quality of the information in the company, assessing the and improving the quality of the information, and it helps for the decision making. This is more on the top end side where you take the decisions, where assessment is done, and here any sort of fraudulent activities, misrepresentation, any dishonest or fraudulent activities can be determined so as to make things in a proper fashion. So this was the aim. Now what is exactly the use? Making sure ethical presentation, no misrepresentation, fairly presented, most important, accurate. The number should not be haywire coming from anywhere. It also checks whether the financial reports are as per the accounting standard. Very important. So let's say in UK basically IFRS, the ACCA prescribes IFRS and they follow IFRS. In United States of America, they follow the US GAAP. In India, the Ind AS, previously it was known as accounting standard, but now it has been converted into Ind AS. So now they follow Ind AS and the accounting principles. Assurance is used to check the accuracy. Again, it's the same thing of the financial reports, and also provides the assurance that, okay, this is perfect to all the stakeholders. Stakeholders, I mean creators, debtors, suppliers, the investors, banks, NBFCs, the VCs, any stakeholders, that there is no misrepresentation done in the financial records and no misuse of the funds, no fraud, no dishonest activities done in the company. So once you found out here, you make that kind of assurance that, okay, whatever has been shown is perfect. There's no problem in that. So we are good to go ahead on that. Well, after learning this with the infographic, we can say that, the auditing is the process of evaluating the accounting entries presented in the financial statement, and audit checks the accuracy of the financial reports, whereas if we check about the assurance is the process of analyzing and used in the assessment of the accounting entries, and the financial records. So assurance is also verifying the records available in the company's accounting records and is as per the accounting standard and also as per the principle. So it also verifies that the accounting record is accurate or not. Second, the audit tells about what we call as the misrepresentation done in the financial records and any misuse of the funds, any fraud, any dishonest activities done in the company or done by the company. Whereas assurance specializing in assessing and improving the what we call as the quality of information in a company, and it helps in decision making in the organization. Third, the audit is the first step, and it is followed by the assurance. Audit is done by the internal auditor and external. Assurance done by audit firm. Well, after all of this, let me make my final conclusion on this. Audit versus assurance is hand-in-hand process and used in evaluation of the financial records of the company. Auditing includes making sure ethically presentation, fairly presented, accurate, and also it checks whether the financial reports are as per the accounting standard and accounting principle, and assurance checks that there is no misrepresentation done in the financial records, no misuse of the funds, no fraud, no dishonest activities done, and inform the same to all the stakeholders to the company. Well, I hope you have got a fantastic idea regarding this particular topic. If you have learned and enjoyed watching this video, please like, comment on this video and subscribe to our channel for all the latest updates. Thank you everyone once again for joining the session.